I'd like to welcome you to the Sport International Hockey Academy and the B Group game tape analysis here in Canton, Ohio. And we'll get you going today and see how you look in your scrimmage. Right off the bat, we've got a play coming down the corner. And one thing I'd like to see this white player do, we'll just roll it back just a little bit here, is you can see we've got a pick off here. We've got giveaway. So what I'd like to see this white player do is certainly take a quick look and see what the options are right here before blindly passing it into the middle. We could get that puck going back into the corner this way to this defenseman, and then he can take that puck and head right behind the net and set up a proper breakout. But we always want to try to eliminate those blind passes going into the middle. Okay, as we keep play rolling here, you can see the defenseman has just picked off that puck and heading in for a nice shot. Now, one thing I would like to see happen here is we always want to make sure that we have a defenseman that fills in, or a forward that kind of comes back into this area. So we don't want to have 4 or 5 guys trapped low, and that's the situation right now. We just want to make sure maybe this guy here comes back into here and just sets up a little bit of a defensive zone just in case that puck should go the other way. Okay, as we keep play going, we can see that the defenseman's moving in for a nice shot. One thing I would like to see happen here is I would like to see the goaltender come out and challenge just a little bit more. You can see he's back in that net a little bit. Let's get that goaltender coming out and challenging that shot just a little bit more. And at the same time, what I'd like to see is a defenseman kind of wrap up in the middle and kind of box out a little bit. If that goaltender is going to come out, take away that angle, let's get the defenseman kind of pushing the forwards to the sideboards a little bit more and clear out that middle area. Okay, we can see the black defenseman here has got control of the puck. Now, one thing I'd like to see happen here is this player right here. I'd like to see this player cut off into the middle just a little bit more to avoid having that defenseman skate right through the middle. You want to try to push those puck carriers to the outside if at all possible. And so where I'd like to see this forward right now on the forecheck, it would be a little bit more in this area right here. And what that's going to do is going to force this defenseman to make that move to the outside. Once that defenseman makes the move to the outside, then we have extra support coming in through here, and we take away a dangerous opportunity through the middle. As we keep play going, you can see the defenseman's making a nice rush. We'll stop it right here. One thing I'd like to see this defenseman do right here is try to step up a little bit more. Okay, pretty good gap control, but one thing that you want to try to avoid is backing too far into this zone, and that's going to give this player a little bit more room to make that move. So we want to try and get that that defenseman to kind of step up just a little bit more right in through here and put a little bit more pressure on that puck carrier. We'll keep going here and see what happens. Makes a nice move through the stick. Now, one other thing that we have to do is, as this defenseman's pivoting with that player, we want this player to kind of fill into this area right here in case there's a quick pass to this black player that's coming in for a nice shot on that net. As we keep the play going, we'll take a look and see what happens here. Okay, one thing, we'll just pause it right here. One thing I'm noticing is all the black players way too low right in through here. We have to try to spread out. One way I'd like to see this happen would be to get this player over here a little bit more of an outlet to give this guy a bit of an option. Also like to get this player back a little bit more in through here, and it looks like this defenseman's dropped down way too far. So we have to make sure that we keep the position for all of those black players, because if there's a quick giveaway, then we know that this guy is going to be up on his feet and away to the races in the other direction. Okay, as we keep the play going, we can see the black player is doing a nice job of containing that puck in the corner and trying to make a nice play. One thing I'd like to see happen here is this player right here standing, way too much standing. He's got to be moving and try to cover in this area a little bit more. And if he's reading that play, you can see that this player right here is trying to make a pass on the backhand. And then if this player is a little bit more observant, then he can kind of fill into this area right here and try to pick off that pass. And then we've got the play going in the other direction. As we keep the play going, you can notice that the black defenseman is doing a nice job of possessing the puck. But one thing I like to see here is great job on the part of the white team to force that defenseman to his backhand side. Not a huge danger at this point. He's got a little bit of room to the outside, but he's on his backhand side, so that's a great move on the part of the white team. Let's go a little bit further. Now the black defenseman does a nice job of gaining the zone. Now, one thing that we're looking at here is this defenseman way, way, way back. We've got to have a little bit more gap control and really push up as that player gains the blue line. And what I'd like to see happen here would be this defenseman move up on the play as that play is coming across the blue line, as opposed to retreating back into the zone. And we'll keep going here. And then he cuts right to the middle for a real quality shot. So we want to make sure that we really attack those players, at least at the top of the circle, but certainly better would be to step up on that blue line. As we begin our second shift for the B group, we can see the black players got that puck, and a little bit of a turnover right there. One thing I just want to make a point about here is notice all of the players. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of the 10 players all in one area. Want to make sure that we get everyone to spread out a little bit more and just kind of focus in on their position, as opposed to everyone bunching up on that puck. As we finish up here, just wanted to go through a couple of forechecking schematics for everyone, just so they understand how a two-man forecheck would look like on the drill board here. And it's going to look something like this. So we've got our defenseman here, and we've got our defenseman here. And if we have the puck in the corner, on the two-man forecheck, what we want to have is the first man to the puck, and then we want to have the late guy coming right after to make sure that we pick up that puck. And then the third guy, the third forward, be somewhere over here. So what's going to happen is first guy to the puck is going to take the man, second guy to the puck is going to retrieve the puck, and then we've got this guy kind of moving in slowly, keeping his feet moving, so we can have a quick shot on that net. On the one-man forecheck, it's going to look something like this. We're going to have a defenseman here, defenseman here. Once again, if we have the puck going into the corner, first guy is going to be right about there, and then the second guy is going to be a little bit higher, kind of keeping his feet moving and seeing which way that puck's going to go. But we don't want to get too deep, I'd say about the top of the circle, and then we're going to have that third guy right about here in the high slot. So he's kind of gauging which way that puck goes, but we never want to get on a one-man forecheck that second guy much lower than the top of the circle. All right, this concludes our game tape analysis for the B group this week here in Ithaca. I wish you a lot of luck in the big Pylon Cup game on Friday. Hope you've enjoyed your week with us, and you can take a few things out of the camp that's going to benefit you down the road, and hopefully we're going to see you again next year. Nice job, guys.